The hardest part isn't the pregnancy. It's lying to everyone you love. Every single day. Because when you're carrying your stepbrother's baby, you don't just hide a bump. You hide your whole life. Before I tell you how everything started to fall apart, like, comment and subscribe if you've ever had a secret you knew couldn't stay buried forever. Let's dive in. It's been 6 weeks since I took that test. Jake's still calm on the outside, but I can see it in his eyes. He's scared. We both are. Every time our parents talk about the future or joke about grandkids one day, I flinch. I pretend it's morning sickness. But really, it's guilt. Not because I regret what we did, but because we're still pretending we're something we're not just step-siblings. Not this. It almost came out last week. Jake and I were arguing, not loud, but intense. We were in the garage whispering so hard it barely sounded like English. That's when my mom opened the door. "Everything okay?" she asked. Jake froze. I shoved a box over the test box behind me. He smiled and said, "Yeah, just organizing." And somehow, she believed it. She turned and walked back inside, but I think part of her knew. Then came the text. From my best friend. She had borrowed my tablet to study. I forgot I hadn't cleared the open browser tab. She saw it. An article. How to tell someone you're pregnant when they're not supposed to know. She asked, "Are you okay?" I panicked. I told her it was for a school project. She didn't believe me, but she didn't push. Still, that was the first fracture. Secrets don't explode, they leak. 2 days later, Jake snapped. We were sitting in his car after school. "I can't keep lying to them," he said. "This isn't just about us anymore." I told him I'm not ready. And then he said something I didn't expect. "You don't have to be ready. You just have to be honest." That night, Jake sat my mom and his dad down. I wasn't in the room. I stayed upstairs, shaking. I don't know what words he used. I just remember my mom's voice yelling, "You've got to be kidding me." Then crying. Then nothing. Later, she came into my room, sat down on the edge of my bed, didn't look at me, just stared at the wall. Then she said, "You're my daughter." That won't change, but I don't know what to do with this. I cried harder than I ever had, because she wasn't disowning me, but she wasn't accepting it either. She was stuck, just like I was. A week passed, then another. We talked. Not always well, but we did. And finally, my mom said, "You made a mistake, but you're still here, so now we figure it out." We're not pretending anymore. Not to ourselves, not to each other, not to anyone. Jake's not just my stepbrother anymore. He's the father of my child, and we're going to raise this baby together. Not because it's easy, but because it's ours. So let me ask you, if you had a love that broke every rule but created something you couldn't ignore, would you fight for it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your words might help someone else feel less alone. And if you followed this story from the start, like, comment, and subscribe for more real stories that push the line between impossible and undeniable. This is Hidden Realms Reddit, where the truth is messy, but love still finds a way.